everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to crochet the loop stitch. Now if you love all things crochet and are passionate about the craft, then you have definitely come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you don't miss out on any of my future crochet videos. Now the loop stitch is a fab textured stitch with a very flat, neat back, which makes it great for rugs, cushions, or how I like to use it is in amigurumi for things like lion manes and whatnot. So let's jump straight on in to how to crochet the loop stitch. It is definitely one of those ones that's tricky to teach, but easy when you give it a go. So I thoroughly encourage you to crochet along with me for this particular video. Now the loop stitch is based on single crochet rows. So to start, you want to go ahead and chain however wide you want your project to be. I'm just going to go ahead and chain 10. Once you have your desired amount of chains, add one more chain to that number. Then for the very first row, working into the second chain from your hook. This loop on your hook does not count as anything. You want to count back 1, 2, and work into this second one here. And I'm just going to pop single crochet into that stitch and into every chain all the way along. So I've got my single crochet stitches. Now chain 1 and turn. That chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And we are going to immediately start working the loop stitch into this very first stitch and all the rest of the stitches along. So I'm going to do my best to show you really slowly, but as I mentioned in the intro, this is definitely one of those stitches that you want to do along with me because it is almost harder to explain than it is to actually do. So pop your hook under that very first stitch as if you were making a normal single crochet. Now your loop length is decided by your hand and how high you hold the loop. Hold it a little bit higher than you want because it will pull down. So for the loop stitch, I have my hook underneath the 2 V's, the top of that stitch. Now you want to put your hook over that yarn. So you're pushing it down and pushing it away from you. Over that strand of working yarn that's held up, and then come around and grab this yarn over here. So I'm grabbing it and I'm bringing it through. Like so. So I've got the loop here and then yarn over with the strand that's not the loop on your finger and pull it through both those loops. Then you can take your finger out of the loop and that is your first loop of the loop stitch done. So super complicated sounding, not so complicated to do. Lift that loop up, put your hook under the stitch into the stitch there, and you want to push that down. So you're going around that. You want to grab the other side of the loop, pull it through the stitch. So you've got 2 loops on your hook, then yarn over and pull through both those loops. Then you can drop that loop. So you can make these loops as long or as short as you like. And when you get used to this motion, you can pick up speed pretty quickly. So into the stitch, around, grab the yarn at the back, come through, and then yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Once you've completed your final loop of the row, so hopefully all going well, I should have 10. 10, there we go. Chain 1 and turn your work. Now you'll want to fold these loops down and out of the way as you're working the return row. This chain 1 does not count, and we're going to pop single crochets in the top of all 10 of those loop stitches. So I'm just holding these out of the way as I go. And that's all there is to it. You just keep repeating chain 1, turn, do all your loop stitches all the way to the end of your work, or for however many loop stitches you need for your project. You go all the way to the end, chain 1, turn, and then, oops, and then single crochet all the way back. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial on how to do the loop stitch. Let me know in the comments, have you ever used the loop stitch before? And if so, what project did you use it for? So until next time, happy loop stitching!